Golden State Warriors point guard Steph Curry has wowed NBA fans across the world with his unbelievable three-point shooting. As the leader of the Dubs, Curry has single-handedly changed the way we play basketball and ushered in the small ball era. His rivalry with LeBron James is many times compared to the Larry Bird-Magic Johnson rivalry of the 1980s. He put the three-pointer on the map. As Curry was shooting his way to stardom, the rest of the NBA had to catch up. Before Curry, it was seen as an occasional way for a player to score. Now, it's a must-have. The Steph Curry Effect has impacted high school and college basketball players as they shoot more and more threes. He also helped usher in the small ball era, and the Warriors were the first team to use 3 and D players as a role in the NBA. His influence on basketball is something few players can match. In today's video, NBA players and legends discuss just how insanely good Steph Curry is. Before we begin, make sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting NBA content. Let's keep rolling. LeBron James. Nobody has faced Steph Curry on the game's biggest stage more times than LeBron James, having battled Steph Curry in the NBA Finals on 4 separate occasions, losing 3 of them. Few are more qualified to speak on Steph's greatness than LeBron. Last year, when the Warriors star was on the cusp of NBA history as he was closing in on Ray Allen's all-time three-point record, needing just 10 more makes from deep to pass the Hall of Famer LeBron James, was already delivering high praise. We're all witness to what Steph Curry has done in his career and the way he's changed the game. He's a once-in-a-lifetime basketball player. After facing off in 4 consecutive NBA Finals in the last decade, the two superstars have maintained a friendly rivalry over the years. As these two approach the twilight of their careers, one can only sit back and appreciate what they've done. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal was one of the NBA's best-remembered centers for his intimidating style. Since his retirement, O'Neal has moved to the other side of basketball, and as a regular commentator and analyst, the Basketball Hall of Famer has given his view on one of his favorite players in the game, Stephen Curry. On an episode of The Big Podcast, speaking to his TNT colleague Kenny Smith, Shaq said the Warriors point guard is the best in the world by a distance. The real ones are recognized by the championships that you have. Nobody plays better than Steph Curry. He's a tough shot taker, tough shot maker. I like where he's brought his career. I love Rocky-type stories. Steph wasn't highly recruited, so to be able to work that hard and be the best shooter and one of the best players in the league, he gets my props for that. I love that kid. Curry's statistics last season were weaker than the previous one, but they still helped him and his team win another NBA ring. He managed 25.5 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 6.3 assists in the regular season, and was crowned NBA Finals MVP, improving his stats to 27.4 points per game. Scottie Pippen. While it may not feel that way though, Steph is getting up there in age. He turned 34 this year, and with Warriors owner Joe Lacob's comments during the summer about not trading away the team's young core, it's clear that they are already thinking about a future without their talisman. However, Bulls legend Scottie Pippen doesn't think the end is anywhere close for Curry, expressing his belief that the chef can play for many years to come. I think Steph has put himself in a position, obviously, as the greatest shooter we've ever seen. You take a guy like Steph, he's a mini LeBron in some degree. From a physicality standpoint, he's strong for his size. He could probably play the game into his 50s if he wanted to. Stephen Curry's stamina is exemplary. His movement on the offensive end is a large part of what makes him so effective. He's not in the paint too often, so it stands to reason that he could carry on playing at a high level for a long time. The only thing that might stop him from doing so is if his ankle injuries make an unfortunate return. In any case, NBA fans and Warriors fans will be hoping that Pippen is right, and they get to witness Curry's greatness for a long time to come. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson has been consistent with his love for Curry. AI was at the 2019 All-Star Game in Charlotte, North Carolina, to witness Steph Curry's homecoming. While embracing Curry, Iverson told him that he's in his top 5. In 2018, Iverson chose Curry as the point guard in his all-time starting 5, alongside Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. I love Steph so much. That's why I made him my point guard. I think he changed the game, sort of like I did. Greatest shooter that will ever play the game. That's what I think. The greatest basketball player I've seen with a jumper and handles like that. I'm just a big Steph Curry fan. The respect is mutual between these two legends. In 2017, Curry explained to reporters that his admiration for the answer led to him wearing a shooting sleeve. "Low-key, I've always wanted to be like Allen Iverson," Curry said when asked about the sleeve. "That's the only way I could come close." Kevin Garnett. Fresh off his 4th championship in the last 8 seasons, Curry and his team are determined to repeat last year's title and continue expanding upon what has been one of the most dominant dynasties in NBA history. According to NBA legend Kevin Garnett, the league is no longer in the LeBron James era, but rather the Steph Curry era. You gotta say that we're out of the LeBron era, right? I think that we're in the Steph era. I think we're in the Golden State Steph era. I think we gotta start putting a lot more respect on his name. He ain't done. They're not done. He's pushed the level up to another level. Those are game changers. Those are game disruptors. He shifted the whole era of guards, just having to go and work on that depth and shooting it from certain deeps. Garnett had very high praise for Steph Curry, who he recently argued was a top 10 player in the game's history. Claiming that more respect needs to be thrown Curry's way, Garnett is ready to say that the league is officially in his era. Klay Thompson. Stephen Curry already made it abundantly clear he plans on playing past the life of his current contract, which extends through the 2025-26 season. Excuse those who doubt the Golden State Warriors superstar's ability to maintain his current level of play into his late 30s. Klay Thompson, though, has had a front-row seat to Curry's greatness for over a decade and has no doubt his teammate can play like an MVP much, much deeper into his career, even once he celebrated his 40th birthday. I think he can do this as long as he wants. Steph works so hard, he's in great shape, and he really just loves the game. He's extremely competitive. So, I think Steph can do this until he's 40. His game is suited for it. He's not a power player. He's powerful, but obviously his game is based on more finesse. He'll do it as long as he wants. There's never been a 40-year-old player in the NBA playing anywhere near Curry's current level. Of course, there's never been another player like him either. 6 years is a long way off, but don't be surprised if Curry at least comes close to proving Thompson right in the true twilight of his career. Curry has proven to be an all-time great player, and he is arguably the greatest player in Warriors history. Curry changed the game, not just with three-pointers, but also through his humble approach. He has now changed the narrative around him that he can't perform well on the biggest stage. The future Hall of Famer's career is far from over. At 34 years of age, it looks like he'll be adding more hardware to his collection. Until then, let's all appreciate the greatness of Stephen Curry. And what do you think? Is Steph Curry one of the greatest players of all time? Can his legacy go beyond LeBron's if he wins yet another championship? How high do you rank him? I would love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comments. Oh, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more amazing NBA stories. Thanks for watching.